everyone has a food story. We always start our classes or our teaching with learning each other's food stories, because unless we understand what influences who we are and where we come from in relation to food, we can't really work together towards any changes or any further progress around our relationship with food. It could be a memory, it could be a way that you learned how to prepare some food with your grandmother or your father. It could be rituals that you shared with your family around the table. It could be more complicated and more emotional than that. It could be something that you struggled with as a young person. It's a process of checking in with ourselves, paying attention, learning about ourselves, and then potentially as educators or as practitioners, learning how to translate that to working with people that we are supporting.
So Laura, tell me about your food story.
Well, I guess for me, my food's always been connected with my culture. So my grandparents and parents came here when my parents were little. I've always grown up here, so we'd get the American food at home and whatever we'd see in movies. And so, we've always known what American food's been here, but a big part of my family passing down our Mexican culture was through food. So, breakfast would be chilaquiles, and and dinner.
Sounds delicious.
Oh, they're good.
Yeah,
they're really good. And then in dinner and lunch, I guess like a basic plate would be something like rice, beans, some kind of meat, and we'd kind of vary it out with whatever other dishes you can imagine. And then when we wanted to be lazy, no offense to American food, but that's when we'd fall back on the American food. Like, I don't have a lot of time today. We'll just make hamburgers or just make spaghetti, or let's order a pizza or make one of those cheap frozen pizzas. We cooked our beans, we cooked our rice. Wow. Everything was done the way we were taught it was supposed to.
Excellent. And how would you say your food story has evolved over the years since your childhood?
I think I've definitely gotten more inclusive of other foods for sure than what we grew up with. I mean, it was also like, not just like cultural foods we were used to. It was like foods we could afford, foods we knew were healthy, even having healthy or nutritious foods as a concept that wasn't always there. It was, eat what you can afford, eat till you're full, finish your plate. That's what I grew up with. Over time, we started incorporating vegetables, mostly some fruits and stuff, and expanding our ideas of what a good meal entailed, trying to include different nutrients in it. Once I got to college, then I started having like half my plate be salad because I didn't have that before. Not really. And then supplement with other things. So I started, expanding my horizons as I grew. And that was good because once I was off the college campus and living on my own, had to cook on my own, I thought, okay, well, now I know what makes me feel good, like gives me energy when I eat. I should nourish myself with those things. So I'd say now it's evolved to be more inclusive and definitely more nutritious, but I still, have the cultural aspects come in. I just pull from different cultures now too.
We all have a food story. And it's a story that keeps going. It's not something that has a right answer or an ending per se. So thank you very much for being with us and experiencing our food story.